Peace and greetings. This is Artis, and this is the Artis Smith Yoga Podcast. So there's a story of a man who goes to see a monk, and he wants to get, some knowledge from the monk, some wisdom. So he goes to see him, and as soon as he walks in the door, he starts talking to the monk about all of the things that he's experienced, all of the different types of religions. And he said, so yeah, I've done this and I've done that. And when you do this kind of religion, this happens and that happens. And so he starts explaining all these different things. And then the monk starts to pour himself some tea, right? And then he starts to pour the visitor some tea. And then as he's pouring the visitor some tea, he keeps pouring. And the guy's talking and talking, and the monk is pouring and pouring, and eventually the tea flows over the cup and it goes onto the table, onto the floor. He's still pouring, and the guy stops talking and looks. He's like, "Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute." The monk says, "That's right. You can't pour tea into a full cup." So, what is that saying? What is that telling us, right? It's saying that um, we have to use the ears. We have two ears and one mouth for a reason. We want to listen as twice as much as we speak. When someone is talking, you want to take the information in, and you want to get that knowledge and get that information, and then discern and dissect whether or not it's relevant to you, whether or not it makes sense to you, whether or not you can use it, and then from there move on. But to just assume that you know everything and just assume that the person that you're talking to doesn't really have any valid information for you, you're just trying to hear yourself talk. That's where the problem comes in, right? So you want to be able to stop and listen when someone is talking, even if it's something that you don't necessarily agree with, and you want to immediately come back with the counter. Sit and listen, because there's something that you can learn from a person who doesn't necessarily like you or like your opinion, right? Because then it allows you to see maybe there might be some holes in my opinion. There might be some holes in this um, idea that I'm presenting, right? Always be open and willing to learn more from someone else. Always be willing and open to learn more from someone else. So that's what that story is telling us. You can't pour tea into a full cup. You can't learn anything if you think that you know everything.